What's up, peoples? Welcome to Spirit and Truth Sanctuary's cooking show. I am Paula Dean. This is Super Chef Bobby Flay.
Yes.
No, I'm not a racist, sorry. D.E. Paul, my lifelong friend, Pastor Cassius Turner, and we are gonna walk you through some recipes tonight where it's a little bit adventurous. His is something that he's mastered. Mine is a little adventurous. But we're gonna cook a Spanish paella, seafood paella tonight, and CT is gonna cook
Garlic chicken wings.
garlic chicken wings. I have had his garlic chicken wings. They are to die for. They're so good that my kids are like, Dad, if you think about cooking chicken wings, could you call Pastor Cassius and tell him ask him to tell you how to do it? I'm like, how dare you speak to me that way, children? Anyway, we're glad you're here. Get you a glass of wine. If you want to turn some music on, you can. We're going to kind of walk you through this. If you have the ingredients, great. If you don't, you can just kind of laugh at us as we do it. But hopefully it's something that is fairly healthy, something maybe that you've never cooked before. I want to say that, so this is Pastor Cassius' air fryer. It's amazing. It's an amazing thing to have. It's worth the money. The air fryer basically makes your meat crispy without you having to put a lot of heavy oils and lard and animal fats in it. And so if you're looking for an investment that you will get your return on, it is an air fryer. It's amazing. If you don't have an air fryer tonight, no big deal. You can stick those chicken wings in your oven at
350 for about 18 minutes.
350 for about 18 minutes, and the temperature, the internal temperature of the meat,
165.
So if you want to make sure your chicken wings are done, you might want to stick a little thermometer in to make sure it reaches 165. So that's just a little preliminary. All right, so we're going to jump in. We're glad you're here tonight. Yep.
Recipes are in their event descriptions.
Recipes are in your event description. I have my my apron on. CT did not want to wear his apron tonight, and so we're going to do this. This is my, if you can see this, people, this is my Los Pollos Hermanos apron. This is from Breaking Bad, Better Call Saul, two of my favorite shows, The Chicken Man. And so I'm gonna kind of get my skillet started. You can do this in a frying pan as well. So what's already in my skillet, I went ahead and pre-cut my chicken breast or chicken thighs, whatever you're using. My andouille sausage is already in here with my onion, yellow onion. All that's in there, I'm gonna show you guys this oil. I hope you can see this. Am I in the right place, Brandon, to see that?
Yes.
All right, so this is a cooking oil. It's made from coconuts, but it's also considered a keto fuel, and so it's lighter in calories. I cook muffins with it. I cook meat with it, vegetables, all kinds of stuff. You can get it at Costco if you're a Costco member. It's usually on sale at Costco, and it is good. Especially, it's also good for men's testosterone. A lot of olive oils kind of bring a man's testosterone down, and so. Great for a man's testosterone, wonderful for a woman's beard. If you really want to grow a good beard, ladies, you get in there and get that MCT. I'm just joking. Hey, this is New Year's Eve. Let's laugh. Let's have a good time. So that's all that's in my skillet. So the reason I do the meat and the onions first is because they take longer to cook. In a minute, we will add, I've got my chicken stock, or you can use bone broth. You can use chicken broth. You can use water if you want to. I'm going to add my saffron yellow rice, which has a lot of seasoning, very strong seasoning in it. Those are the second longest to cook. Then you get to the softer vegetables. There are the squash. You can use zucchini, any vegetable you want. You can use green beans. I'm using asparagus, if you guys can see that. Then finally the softer vegetables, the bell pepper, cilantro, green onion, and then finally we'll put the shrimp in it. The shrimp cook so fast. They're just like, once it's hot, shrimp cook in 5 or 6 minutes at tops. So, and then, forgot our little garlic, minced garlic. All right, so I'm gonna work on this for a minute. I'm gonna let Cassius talk about his.
So we're doing chicken wings tonight because I don't do seafood. So we get to do chicken wings tonight. So if you have all your ingredients, I'm just gonna go through them again and make sure you have all your ingredients. So what we're doing tonight is about 1.5 pounds of chicken wings. And it's basically 1/3 of a cup of olive oil, Now I've already taken all my ingredients and put them together, but it's 2 tablespoons of kosher salt, 2 tablespoons of black pepper, 2 teaspoons of garlic powder, 1 teaspoon of cumin, 1 tablespoon of smoked paprika, half a teaspoon of cayenne pepper, 1 tablespoon of Italian seasoning, and then 2 tablespoons of light brown sugar. Now I mix it up sometimes. Sometimes I do the light brown sugar. Other times I do monk fruit.
That's awesome.
And so it's a lot better for you. And I think I've done it both ways and not told people, and you can't really taste the difference between that.
All right, so keep talking about your monk fruit, CT, because I want to tell them what monk fruit is.
Okay, monk fruit is basically a substitute for sugar, for sugar of any kind. And so it's really healthy. It's better for you than processed sugar.
Yeah, it's
brown or regular.
Some of the other sugar alternatives are like they have all kinds of aspartame in them.
Yes.
The monk fruit is actually from the monk fruit.
Yes.
And it tastes like sugar. It's really, I put them in desserts. It's really good. Sorry, keep going.
Yes. Okay. So what I've done with the chicken, I went ahead and kind of did a couple preps first. I went ahead and washed my chicken. I don't know if everybody washes their chicken, but my mama washed her chicken, so I'm gonna wash my chicken. And so I've already washed my chicken. I've patted it dry, and it is in my bowl ready to mix all my ingredients together. So basically, I'll take my olive oil.
Hold on, I want to show everybody something before you do that. So I have to show you my friend's phone. Look how big his words are.
Oh gosh.
Look
Like
how
you
big-
should be talking.
He's almost as blind as me. I was like, why are your words so big? This is like Carlton Pearson's. I could literally read Carlton Pearson's sermons from my seat. I was like, what are your words? Because you're blind as a bat. That's why. Sorry, go ahead, CT.
So I've already dried my chicken. It's very important to dry your chicken. And then I've mixed my ingredients together, and I'm just gonna stir it and pour it over. I do it different ways. I can take a spatula once you poured it over, mix it. Usually I like to let it sit in the refrigerator for 30 minutes to an hour, just so the flavors can marry with the chicken. But tonight we're gonna go straight to the air fryer, and hopefully it's not too loud.
If it gets loud, we'll just step closer to the microphone. No big deal. All right, so CT's going to work on that for a minute. Let me tell you what I've done while he was explaining his recipe. So I've poured 2 cups of the chicken broth into the skillet, then 1 cup of the rice. So the rice and the chicken broth are kind of simmering, or a light boil, a light roaring boil, in with the chicken, the andouille sausage, and the onion. So they're going to kind of keep doing their thing. Eventually, the chicken broth or water will kind of absorb into the rice, and that's kind of the point, is that you want all that flavor to be in your rice. Then you add your other little seasonings as you go. So I think I'm going to go ahead and add, because my rice is cooking at a pretty good pace here. I'm going to go ahead and add my squash right into the skillet. Just dump it in there. You like my little decorative bowls? I was just gonna have it on a cooking board. Brandon was like, "Don't you dare! You need to look like know what you're doing over here."
Let's give some shouts out.
Let's get some shouts out. So before the shout out, I'm gonna go ahead and put my asparagus or your green beans, or you can actually use peas, field peas for this. I'm gonna put those in. All right, let's get some shouts out, Brandon.
All right. Let's see. We got Miss Bobby on live stream over on YouTube. Hopefully everyone can hear me. Trying to get to this. I can't see who that is at the top. Oh, I think that's our good friend Ruben.
What's up, Ruben Goff in Illinois?
Yes, from cold Illinois.
Hey, look, the Falcons took a beat down from the Chicago Bears today in the snow, Ruben. So thank you for that beating.
I think Ruben said something this morning about it wasn't snowing where he is, so hopefully. Miss Emma, Sandra Mack, hey guys, Miss Susan Harrell, Sharnice Carter. Oh, and Reverend John Scott is on.
What's up, Guru?
Reverend Scott says, love our air fryer, and monk fruit is the best. So commenting. Miss Mary.
Hold on, let me say something about John Scott. So John Scott is the senior minister at First Unity Spiritual Campus in St. Petersburg. And this is what I think John will agree with this. Once you wake up to a bigger vision of God, the earth, people. You also wake up to a different way of eating. It's all part of who you are. You want to eat healthier. You want to care for animals a different way. Care for your neighbors. So the monk fruit, the organic way. I stayed with John and Carrie Scott a couple months ago in their home. They recycle. It's all of this awakening. It's not one area. It's contagious to every area of your life. And so sorry for that little teachable moment. But we love you, John and Carrie. Happy New Year.
Yes.
Sorry, Brady, go ahead.
No, that's okay. I think Miss Emma, Miss Mary Hayes, Lovey is on tonight.
Lovey Hobbs?
Yes.
What you mean, Lovey Hobbs?
P. Mickles, I think that's Paulette Mickles, Gloria Harris, Josephine Walker. Look at all these wonderful people.
Hold on. Gloria Harris is on?
Yes.
I got to show everybody Gloria Harris.
Oh, Lord.
This is Gloria Harris's sweet potato pie. She cooked me for Thanksgiving a pumpkin pie because she said I'm still a little bit white. White people eat pumpkin pie.
Yes.
Black folks eat sweet potato pie. That's just a common knowledge. So I was white at Thanksgiving, but I'm tapping into my black roots with sweet potato pie at Christmas. So thank you, Pastor Gloria.
Let's see. Monique Bates is on.
Hey, Monique. And Genia, what's up, people?
Yeah. Let's see. Anika. Hi,
Anika Land?
No, this
Oh.
is. Well, maybe. Yes, that's her middle name.
I gave Anika a big kiss. A big kiss this morning. Hey, Anika
Yeah.
Land.
Oh, Miss Cat is on. Miss
Cat Bell? Cat Bell Prescott? Good.
Let's see who's over on Facebook. There's tons of folks on, guys.
We're so good.
Miss Lenora. Reverend David Alexander. We're having.
What's up, the Bishop of New Thought? Welcome.
All of you guys should just come over and come.
Let me tell you this. Don't let the smooth taste fool you. David Alexander was raised for a part of his life, Bishop, in Albuquerque, New Mexico. He knows how to cook green chilies. He can fry up a tamale. This dude knows about authentic Mexican food. Why aren't you cooking for us? That's what I want to know.
Yes.
Cook for us. Yeah.
All right. Well, that's challenge accepted.
Challenge accepted.
This time next year, Reverend David can come cook for us.
Get it in there.
Fred Hayes is on. James Boozer. Let's see. Miss Myrna. Look at all these wonderful people on.
Reverend David did if I'm calling it the wrong thing, you might have to help me, Reverend, but it's some type of burning bowl ceremony today at Spiritual Living Center of Atlanta, which is a beautiful way to kind of clean your conscious and unconscious mind of any kind of regrets, bitterness, unforgiveness. They throw it into this burning thing. We've done it before at Spirit and Truth years ago. Almost burned the church down doing it. But I love it that you did that today, Reverend. If I hadn't had to prepare for all this, I probably would have come to your ceremony today. Our Spirit and Truth dancers and Pastor Clayton went to Spiritual Living Center a couple of weeks ago. They did a great job. It's so beautiful how we're cooperating with each other.
Okay, so Reverend
Get over
David,
here.
I know I'm not
Get
in
over
the
here. Get over here.
But
Get
if
over
I
here.
stand
Get
here, I can't see. I can't read if I stand here. Reverend David said, "I'm gonna have to smoke you some ribs and make you speak in tongues."
Bobo, give me some ribs.
And let's see what else. He said he has some tamales, so
Woo!
I'll be on the lookout for
Don't
those
threaten me.
tamales.
You want to talk about your food, TTL?
Yes.
Okay.
So the air fryer is going off, and so this, I don't know if you all can see, this is basically how they look. Okay?
Yummy.
And then I've greased the bottom of the air fryer, and I'm gonna start sticking them in for about 10 minutes, and then I'll flip them for another 7 or 8 minutes. I like mine really crispy, so I'll go probably another 7 to 8 minutes to the internal temperature 165.
All right, people. So I've already in our paella. I added our asparagus. I added our squash. Now I'm going to go ahead and put the bell. I went ahead and put the bell pepper in. It's starting to kind of. You can't really see down into the skillet. Sorry about that. But in the skillet right now, you've got your andouille sausage, your chicken, your onion, your chicken broth, your cooking oil. You have got your the chicken broth. You've got your saffron rice. All that goes in first. Okay, let that start working, doing its thing, and then you start adding your harder vegetables and your softer vegetables. I just added the softer bell pepper, and so some of the water is starting to evaporate. That means the rice is actually cooking. You want to kind of keep stirring it because it will get a little bit sticky on the bottom of your skillet, but it's starting to smell good. CT does not eat seafood, and so I made him some chicken salad this afternoon. All right, you want to talk to us about your chicken, CT?
Yes, it's going, and so it'll go another about 9 minutes. And like I said, I like mine really crispy, so I might go another 9 minutes after that first 9 minutes. But
Pastor Cassius.
yes,
Our good friend James Card.
What's up, James Card?
James Card says, CT, you from the cab. Fletcher is the competition, laugh out loud, but yours is healthier. Do you know what
Yes.
he's talking about?
Fletcher, yes, yes, restaurant, yep.
Chicken wings. If you're from South DeKalb, you know about wings and things.
Yes.
Chicken wings and things. If you're familiar with Candler Road, and you don't know about Hodges Barbecue,
What?
you're not really from South DeKalb if you don't know about Hodges Barbecue. One of my closest friends growing up, their family owns Emergency Tire. I see them on our post occasionally, and so hello to the Jenkins family. All that right there in that area, Hodges, Emergency Tire, the Sock Man, who'll sell you 12 pairs of tube socks for about $2. All that is where we grew up. All right, so are you guys cooking? What you doing? Are you having your wine? Are you talking? Talk to us,
Yeah.
Brandon.
What am I doing?
Yeah. No, is anybody commenting?
Oh, he asked what I was doing. I'm having my coffee. Let's see if you can see him. I'm having my coffee in my Snoopy mug. Let's see. Miss Glenna is on.
Miss Glenna McKenzie?
Yes.
I think I talked to her this morning. Hey, Miss Glenna.
Dinah Donald and Brandon Garrett. Miss
All right,
Maud
so
Robinson.
pause. Dinah, Donald, and Brandon, such a precious family, and Christian Garrett. Donald Garrett is an incredible baker. He made us I have to make a confession here, Donald. We ate about half of your red velvet cake. I could not stop eating it. I was like, I'm gonna eat the whole cake. So we had a pre-recording session Thursday night. The choir came out, and so I took about 7 pieces of your red velvet cake Thursday night and blessed the choir with it, and that thing is gone. I think they didn't even take it to their car. They literally ate it in the foyer of the church. And so, if Donald Garrett ever makes you a cake, it's pretty impressive.
I have to say, Miss Dinah and I spoke in the parking lot, and she made me promise to share. So that is proof that I shared the red velvet cake.
You shared it. It was sufficiently shared, I promise. Actually,
Tuesday. I had a piece Tuesday. Incredible.
yeah.
Loved it.
Thank you, Donald Garrett. We appreciate you. I remember going to the late, precious Miss Christine McGee. Rest in peace, Christine McGee. She was such a faithful member for so many years. Such a sweet woman. When Christine McGee would have meetings at her house for the church, Donald Garrett would usually bake in Christine's kitchen. And I went one day and the house was full. I was like, there's 50 people in this house. I was like, what's the key? And I was like, oh, they come and eat Donald Garrett's baked goods. That's why everybody's here. So that is what it is.
All right, Ivy Jones said, Ivy and Margie cooking and sipping.
Oh.
Cooking and sipping. What you mean, cooking and sipping?
What are you sipping on, Ivy?
Ivy and Margie today they've known me since I was a child, literally. So their son Tyrone was my 8th grade basketball coach, Ty Jones. If you're on Ty, hey buddy. Their son Lamont Jones, my sister's gonna remember this. My sister actually dated Lamont for about 2 weeks. They had a little dating thing for about 2 weeks.
They did.
Anyway, so I've known the Jones family for many years, but Ivy and Margie gave me the sweetest hug today, talking about my consecration into the bishopric. It was like my parents, like my own parents, just hugging me, crying, so proud, loving me. I used to say I don't deserve people, but I do. Good people deserve good people. I deserve you guys. We deserve each other. We love you, Ivy and Margie. All right, CT, so we were a little nervous because we've got my skillet going. We've got this air fryer going at the same time. We thought we were going to trip fuses, but so far the devil has not been busy.
Yes.
Maybe I just jinxed, hopefully I didn't just jinx it. But
All right, Miss Paulette Nichols says, I have my garlic chicken wings in the air fryer, hoping for the best.
hoping, you got you an air fryer, I love it.
And
yeah.
she said, this is fun.
This is fun. This is what family does. All right, so I don't know if you guys can see, these were my frozen shrimp, and so I'm going to go ahead and put them in to my paella, and they're going to start kind of doing their thing. And they don't take all that long to cook, but you definitely don't want to eat undercooked shrimp. That's not the way you want to go with that. So.
All right, Miss Pat Hutchinson is on. She said, I cooked ribs, collard greens, and sweet potato casserole.
Ooh, I love that. Sweet potato casserole is a winner.
And Dr. Elijah is on.
What you cooking, Dr. Elijah? You ain't cooking. What you cooking? What you doing? All right, so Pat Hutchinson, not putting you on Front Street right now, but Pat Hutchinson is actually a really talented tambourine player with choreography. Margie Jones, for years, been an amazing tambourine player. I think we're gonna call you guys out of retirement this year and do a little bit of some tambourine playing during our services. We really look forward to it. It's a lot of energy. It's beautiful. Glad you guys are joining us. So just to let you know, I put the little top on the skillet so that the rice and my shrimp will kind of continue. Are you flipping them now?
Yes, I just flipped them, and so just etiquette. I'm using 2 pair of tongs.
You about to say thong?
Yeah. One for the raw chicken and then one for the cooked chicken. So
I like
just
it.
just to be a little clean and.
Look at Brandy.
Alright.
Brandy was excited about the 2 tongs because when Brandy cooks in this kitchen, I don't know if y'all. So we got to do this, Brandy. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Well,
We have about 7 different size tongs for all different things. And when Brandy cooks, she's going to use all 7 of them. And she's actually a better cook than me. She's a gourmet cook. But it makes her excited to see multiple tongs on her head.
let's see. Ivy is having Stella Rosa Black. Ooh, I like your style, Ivy Jones. Let's see here. So Mary Land and she and Anika are making the Spanish paella and the garlic wings. So you guys have to send us a picture of your food.
Send us a picture. We want to see what you're doing. What you got going.
Let's see. Kat Bell is trying to rub this in. Oh my gosh, she said, I went to Fat Matt's tonight. That's not fair.
So CT and I, we share the same birthday. We were both born on December 6th. We did one of our birthdays, we went to Fat Matt's, which is actually right across the street from where Caroline Turner's father, amazing man who was an interfaith mind, Princeton PhD, I regret that I did not know him personally. I would have totally taken him to lunch once a month and just picked his brain. But her father's church was right across from Fat Matt's for years. And so we went to Fat Matt's one year on our birthday, and the ribs are so big and amazing. The sauce is crazy. But the music was so loud, I was going like, happy birthday, Cassius!
Okay, so guess who is on tonight? Miss Vivian Terry.
Dr. Terry! Dr. Vivian Terry!
I knew y'all. She said, I'm watching, not cooking. I love a man who cooks.
Come on, Dr. Terry, teach us.
She said, do your thing, Pastor D and Pastor Cassius.
So let me brag on Dr. Terry. She hasn't been as much in person recently because she's a very busy woman in many different areas of her life, but she is very supportive of Spirit and Truth Sanctuary. I have to tell a funny story. So Cassius actually is related to Melvin and Sylvia Garrett. So Melvin was a faithful member for so many years. He passed away a few years ago, and I hadn't seen Dr. Terry in years. So I grew up, my older cousin / sister played basketball for Dr. Terry. She's in the Hall of Fame at Mercer University, one of the leading scorers there. She told me I would be the leading scorer if they had a 3-point line back in those days. But very, very, very astute player and coach as well. Sent many, many young ladies to amazing universities, and so has had quite a social impact in DeKalb County for years. Now, contractor, consultant, principal, superintendent, just an amazing person. But this is how Dr. Terry and I reconnected. She was at a funeral, and there had been a lot of different people who had already kind of spoken, and I had a eulogy prepared, but I knew as far as being sensitive to people's schedule, probably I should just get up and pray. The eulogy had already been given, so I stood up, I said, hey, we have honored the person, let's pray and just commit their spirit back to God. Dr. Terry came up to me after, she said, you know what, DE, I'm going to join your church Because you are respectful of my time. Maybe Dr. Terry's been to some really long funerals. I've just been through a month of 5 different 3, 4, 6-hour funerals for Bishop Pearson. So I feel you, Dr. Terry, with that. But welcome. We love you so much.
I have a story about Dr. Terry.
Uh-oh. So Cassius went to Southwest DeKalb when Dr. Terry was there.
I'm about to tell on you, Dr. Terry. So back then, she was Coach Terry to me. And I think she might have spanked me a couple times in the gym. And I know I would get on her nerves when I would go to the gym. She'd be like, "What do you want, Cassius?" Again, so I love Dr. Terry, and I'm always glad to see you.
Well, let's just make this clear, Dr. Terry. If you had to get on to Cassius, I promise you he deserved it. I have fond memories. Dr. Terry would let me come into the practices at Southwest, and there was a stage at the end of most the DeKalb County schools have this stage where there's 2 goals. So she would let me go up, my little white self at Southwest DeKalb, she would let me go up and shoot on the stage while she was running them girls to death, getting them ready for their state tournament. But thank you for being here, Dr. Terry.
That looks good.
So we're getting there. I'll kind of pick it up and let you see what we got going. So you got, my rice is just about done. You got your chicken, sausage, your shrimp, all your seasonings. It is yummy, yummy. Cecil Sambo, who's been a friend for many years, was doing some work at our house a couple months ago, and I made a paella, and he took some home. He texted me. He was like, "What in the world was that?" There was some anointing on that paella right there. You kind of have to keep stirring it because the rice is going to try to find its way to stick in on the bottom. Brandy has to buy me a new skillet about once every year because I cook in the skillet so much.
Yeah, we fight over that skillet.
Yep. That's mine's just about done. How are your wings?
Yeah,
Cassie?
they're really close. About another 2 minutes, and then mine will be done as well.
I can't believe it. Was it Anika that was doing both? Anika and her mother?
Anika and Mary.
Anika and Marilyn.
Mary.
Huh?
Her mom, Mary.
Yeah. Mary gave me a big hug this morning, kissed me on my face, tears running down her face. She said to me that she spoke, I think she spoke to me years ago, if I'm remembering this right, Mary, that scripture, becoming all things to all people, she came and said that to me. You're becoming all things to all people. And I read it today, talking about kind of what we'll be going through in 2024. Isn't it amazing the history that you share with people? It's very sacred. All right, mine is just about done.
Pastor Gloria wants to know, is there a substitute for the shrimp?
Yeah. So if you want to substitute for the shrimp, you know what you can do? You can just put a little extra andouille sausage and a little extra chicken. Or I know this is going to make Randy Renfro happy. If you want to add a little spice to your paella, put a couple of tiny pieces of bacon in it. Ooh, that bacon will cook right into almost like you're cooking some collard greens. Yeah, but you don't have to use shrimp.
So Lee Starge is on and said Coach Cassius.
Lee Stars. Hey, Lee. Yes.
Coach Cassius. Mine's just about done.
And
Yep.
despite you guys getting Miss Terry, she said love y'all. So
You're a good sport, Vivian Terry. Thank you, Dr.
Yes.
Terry. Dr. Terry drove to Mercer University. My son was playing college basketball at Milligan, and Mercer kind of used Milligan for a warm-up game. They're a Division I school. And so Mercer had 2 7-footers, huge guys. So Micah got in the game, and he usually plays well against better competition, but he didn't have such a great game. And Dr. Terry was so kind to him afterwards, like, Micah, I've seen you before. You just had an off game. You're very, very kind to us, Dr. Terry. We love you.
So this is my first batch. The only negative part about an air fryer, they're very small, so you can only do maybe 8 or 10 the first time. So this is this is my first batch.
Doesn't that look good? Look at those. Look at how crispy those look. You don't have to keep frying that chicken. I know that's sacrilegious, especially in the South, but air fryers are a great substitute if you want to get a little more healthy in 2024. And then maybe once a month you can have some real fried food. All right, so I don't know if I can pick, let me see if I can pick mine up and show everybody. I'm gonna burn myself.
I can bring the camera to you.
Let's see, I can come,
How about
I can
that?
come to
Look.
it.
Okay, please don't burn yourself.
Can you see that there?
Yes.
Look at that pie, doesn't that look yummy? Vegetables, your saffron rice, your shrimp, your sausage. That is some yummy stuff right there. Caroline's looking like, Can we eat that before the service tonight? All right, my people, how's everybody's cooking going? Y'all still getting on it or what?
I'm looking here for comments. Okay, so good question. Dr. Elijah said, Pastor Cassius,
Yes.
I've never used an air fryer before. I hope this ain't a dumb question, but is there grease in there? So DE was just talking about that. Explain the air fryer.
Yeah. So Dr. Elijah, with the air fryer, the only thing that I did, there's no grease, and it basically cooks by air. And what I do is just take a little bit and rub it across the bottom so whatever you're cooking doesn't stick. But yeah, there's no grease in using in an air fryer.
Air fryers will change your life.
Change your life, yeah. They sometimes trip the fuses in our house, but that's just because I need to get the electrical fixed in my house, but they are worth everything. They're a little bit of a hassle cleaning up.
Yeah.
But anytime you are frying anything, you're gonna have some cleanup, but it's worth the cleanup. Air fryers, look, we put a lot of things in air fryers. I've had fried broccoli in the air fryer before. We have fried shrimp, sausages. We had some green chilies from New Mexico. We stuck the green chilies in the air fryer. We had basically fried green chilies. They were unbelievable.
Pizza, you can do pizza.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this one you can roast, bake, and dehydrate fruit and things like that as well. So it's always a good investment to keep one. So.
All right, people, I think our dishes are done. You have successfully survived the cooking show with DE and CT. We're glad you joined us tonight. Hopefully you've got about about an hour and 20 minutes before we kick off. We are going to kick off our service tonight with a lot of joy, a lot of laughter, a lot of worship, and I have a little surprise for everybody tonight. There's a new comical video that we're going to present to you. And then, I don't know if you guys are ready for this, but about 5 years ago, we did a roast of Bishop Carlton Pearson. He was such a good sport about it. And he deserved it because he was always roasting me. He was always killing me in his sermons. But Spencer Murray, who's a good friend of mine, Dr. Spencer Murray, played the role of Carlton Pearson. And we've only shown the video once. It was probably 5, 6, 7 years ago. But we're going to replay that tonight. And it's okay. Grief takes on many forms. I know many of us are still grieving over the loss of such a precious soul as Carlton Pearson. But he was elated that we roasted him.
Yeah.
He actually we'd laugh. We watched the video 10 times that night. He stayed with us. And so we're going to show that video of Spencer Murray playing Carlton Pearson tonight, so it'll be worth you tuning in for that as well.
So since some of these guys are on tonight, Reverend John Scott and David Alexander, we sat in this kitchen with them a couple weeks ago and pulled up that video. And did we all, every single one of us, probably 10 of us, sat right here in the kitchen and cried,
laughing and crying like a crazy person.
We cried and laughed, but we're gonna play the entire thing tonight for you, and I think it's going to bring you a little bit of joy, so it should be nice.
Yeah.
Let's see here. A couple of comments. So David Alexander said that's a big one. What brand? Which, by the way, this is like the best air fryer ever. Tell them about your air fryer.
It's a Ninja, and when did I get this? During the pandemic. So this was a pandemic purchase, and we love it. I cook hamburgers, French fries, onion rings,
sweet potato fries.
Sweet potato fries, everything in this. Yeah, so this is a Ninja. This
is my cheap version right here. This is Brandy's sister Ashley got this so never used it, so we took it and look. Even this one is great. The Ninja probably is kind of more the higher line, and they're excellent. Even if you don't want to buy what do you think that costs? $100 or more?
It was Costco, so it was only about $85.
Oh wow, $85. So they may have them at Costco.
And that was
This-
like a cheap version.
This is our little cheap version, but hey, look, we get our little air fryer going. We love it. Air fryers will change your life. They're certainly worth the investment.
Let's see here. Ivy says, "Oh yeah, got it going on the air fryer." So I think
Awesome.
they got their air fryer going. Let's see who else. So Ruben is saying, "Hey, you guys are gonna ring in the new year before me, but I'll be there." That's okay because actually this morning during service, Benny was telling us how his son Caleb was already just an hour away. He's in Australia.
Oh my goodness.
Working for the new year, so I think that's it. There's so many people. There's almost 100 people on, guys.
Oh my goodness,
Wow.
100 peoples. Don't get sleepy. Get you some coffee. You're gonna 11 o'clock is gonna be awesome. I promise you, it's gonna be worth it. Also, at the new year, we're gonna have a champagne toast. Brady and I are gonna destroy our house. We've got confetti inside of our house. It takes us a year to clean up usually. But we are looking forward to seeing you guys at 11 p.m. Let's ring in the new year together. And in this season with the high vibration, we love you guys so much. Thank you for being here tonight. This was fun for us. Brandy wants to say something.
So Finet Denham asked a question: can you cook fried okra in the air fryer? And that is not something we've tried.
We haven't
I don't
tried it,
know.
Finet.
I don't know. I
I'm
gotta be
sure
honest.
you can, but we've never
I'm sure
tried
you
fried
can.
okra.
We'll have to do that maybe
But girl,
next
you
year.
talking my language. We love some fried okra in this house.
Yeah, I'm not sure, and I gotta be honest. I have
spray it with oil or something.
I'm
Little bit
sure-
of
maybe
oil.
spray. Yeah, actually, I
olive oil or
think
something.
Miss Paulette was saying you can if you like spray your meat sometimes with just a little bit of oil when you stick it in, like spray oil, not
Yeah.
pour it on there. It'll help. But anyway, so let's see if there's any more questions. Oh, Kisa's on.
Oh.
Let's see. Frank, Terry, Alita. Hey guys.
Hey, Alita.
Hey. All right, I think that's it.
All right, people. Well, enjoy. If you cooked your paella, enjoy it. If you cook some garlic chicken wings, get in there and enjoy it. And get your champagne toast ready. I'm gonna put my little disco shirt on for. Oh, by the way, I have to show my shirt. So, I credit this movie with saving some of my sanity in kind of a difficult season of my life. I was praying too much and not laughing enough, and so I watched a movie called Step Brothers. And if you've seen Step Brothers, there's an important scene in it from the Catalina wine mixer. If you don't know, ask somebody. And so my sister bought me for my birthday this year the Catalina wine mixer t-shirt, and so I wore it to cook tonight. But thank you, LaDonna, for such a thoughtful gift. We love you guys. We're going to say goodbye now, but we're looking forward to taking a quick break. We'll see you back at 11 p.m. You know we're going to start with a bang. And so be on right at 11, and we'll see you guys
Okay,
then.
wait. Sandra Mack, what's the name of the oil again? And then Crystal wants you guys to show the food one more time.
Okay. Crystal Cross?
Yes.
What up, Crystal Cross? I've been killing you this last couple of weeks. All right, it's if you guys can see that, it's called MCT oil, organic MCT oil. It's made mostly from organic coconuts. It is a keto fuel. It's I think it's a pretty light fuel. It's good to bake with as well. So the smoke point is pretty reasonable. And then what was the other thing? Show the food?
Show the food. So let me just bring the camera over. I'm gonna try to do my best. Ooh, look at that. Oh, Lord. That's what we got going.
Look at that paella, yep. All right, Crystal, get in there. Get in that kitchen, girl. Get in that kitchen and get some cooking going. We saying goodbye?
We're saying goodbye.
All right, we're saying goodbye. Thank you, CT. Thanks for being with us. We love you guys. We'll see you at 11 p.m.